Hi, I'm Trish. My channel's Crafting Whimsy. Welcome. Good morning and good afternoon and good evening to all the people who might be joining me, wherever you might be in this beautiful world. We are here today for junk journal sketches. Dun, 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 dun. It's called JJ. It's hashtag JJ Sketches. It's hosted by me, Crafting Whimsy. It airs on Saturdays. My friend Susan at I Totally Love It has been filling in for me. I had, a little fall with my diggity dogs, and so I had to have some surgery. They rebuilt my elbow. It's very cool. Now I tell everyone I have a bionic elbow. Yesterday was 2 weeks post-surgery, so I'm doing okay. I'm happy to be back. I gotta go slow. I can only do one, sometimes two things in the day, and then I gotta rest and get some ice. But it's all good. So today for Junk Journal Sketches, thank you so much for joining me. We're gonna do this sketch. It's from craftwithsarah.com. I wrote it down. She gave us all the measurements. And so it's 6 inches by 4 inches. So it's like a, what do you call those cards? An index card. Only I'm gonna use scrapbook paper. And then, excuse me, it has another little section that is 6 inches by 2.5 inches. I made it 2 1/4 just because it covered up too much of my paper. I did keep this one at 1 1/4. This one at 2 I'd made this one 2 1/4 wide too. This one at 70 3/4. 3/4, 1 1/4, 2 1/4. This is 2 1/4, and then this is 4, and it's 6 inches, and it's because it's going to be a journal card. And so here we go. I will show you. Actually, I made this one. I thought that was kind of cute, something different with some neutrals and then some colors of the map. It looks like some bubbles. Here's a Halloweeny one, and I like that, all the Halloweeny colors. Cute. You could put it in a Halloween journal. And then this one. And so those are my two. And then I've already got everything ready. I'm just going to glue. So here's my #1 scrapbook paper. I'm actually going to put it this way because then it shows you that you got to have this on here. And see, it covers up so much. And then you have your banners. And it says 4.5 by 5 by 5 3/4. So it's long. And I thought that would be pretty. I'm going to make this too. I'm going to cut it down some more. I'm missing the beautiful scrapbook paper. And it's just a silly reason to miss it. So let me, yeah. I'm still non-weight bearing, which is okay. You know, I can be non-weight bearing. It's easier for me to use the glue bottle than it is the glue stick. I've learned to be a lefty, which is not a terrible thing. When I grew up, sometimes you got to do what you got to do with lefty. I know in first grade I did break my arm, but it was my left arm. So here's this, and we'll just put it right here on the edge and line it up. So see, now we can still see some of the flowers, even though we're going to cover them up. I'm really lucky I have this triple banner punch that you can punch that's my favorite punch of forever. But then I figured out these are going to be, I'll show it to you. It's 1, 2, 3 because they layer on each other. So we're going to do that first. And so, and this is the wrong red, so I use the stripes, which is just a good contrast, I think. And so here's this contrast. I will say, I asked about walking my dogs, and the doctor said no. I wasn't surprised. I wanted her to say yes, but she said, I can walk everywhere I want. I just can't walk a dog. And I guess, you know, when you think about it, they're unpredictable. And I don't need any more unpredictability right now because I got to heal up. I know I'm wearing this. I was wearing a splint before surgery. Then I got a better splint after surgery. And now I have this for 4 weeks. I had the splint for 2 weeks after surgery. Well, almost 2 weeks. So see, that's really cute. And I covered it all up. So now we got to decide, do we want this purple? I think I want this one, yeah. The purple's just too much. This is an inky paper that was made with, I guess, sprays. Something. I don't think it was a gel print. It doesn't look like a gel print, but who knows. We're going to cover up some of it anyway. So we'll put this on here. And I think this is very cute. I just do. I just like it. So there's those. And see, we've layered them. Now we're going to put the circle. Uh-oh. I'm missing the third circle. That's okay. I'll use this. This is really hard. We're going to put this, and hopefully I can push it, because this is the trick, and that's the hard part. My left hand is not as strong as my, oh, that was easy, just so you know. So there's my sparkly. Okay, got it. So, except that, can't have that, so I got to find a different one. Hang on, friends. Let's see. I know I have, here we go. So here's that same color. And apparently it's hard, heavy-duty cardstock. There it is. Whew. I'll get ice. And so the first thing we're going to do is put the black one right down here. Yep, right down there. Then we're going to put the pink one. And I just, because this could be a card front. Uh-oh. I want to move this down here. Yeah. And then we're going to put this right here. Yeah. This might be bigger. It doesn't matter. I mean, it could be bigger than it said. Yeah, because these are way in a different spot. Okay. Let me get that one right there. So, and then I'm going to get this one. And then we'll put the sparkly one right in the middle. Okay. So it's not exactly the same, which is, it's okay with me. I'm going to guess that circle, which I didn't measure, I just found it, was larger than 2.5, but it doesn't matter. So here's this one. I'm going to put this one in my Marie Antoinette journal. I have not finished it for September, but that's because I fell down on September 18th, so it's been going on a little bit. But look at, here it is. It's so simple. You just need punches, or you're going to have to use something like a jar to trace around. You can trace around a jar. You could trace around a bowl. You could trace around, what is this called? My paperweight. You could trace around a lot of things. Yeah, and so here are the junk journal sketches for today. 1 and 2 and 3. And you know what? I did not, what do you call it? I did not, ow, oh my God, I pinched my finger. Oh, okay. I'm gonna, what do you call it? I'm gonna round these corners just because it softens it. And Marie Antoinette is soft. Look at it. Changes everything. So yeah, and so that means I use 3 punches. I am very thankful I own punches. So yeah, and so craft with Sarah, and she even gave you the measurements here in case you want to see them. I'll leave that right there for you. You can take a screenshot if you want to. And you know, you could use stickers. You could use not circles, but use squares or rectangles. You could use bubbles. I think about these. Do they have to be banners with those tails? No. They could be a lot of things. I just made it exactly the same because it's all I can do. But look at this one, looks totally different. And see, these circles are little and this one's probably a lot bigger. But that's okay. I love it. The Halloween one makes me smile. All those crazy colors. And then this one, it's just cute. So neutral. And then here's the one from today for junk journal sketches. And you know, you could always use, what do you call that stuff? Washi tape. You could use just plain colored cardstock. I showed you could use map. You could use music paper. I use coffee dye paper and then just a white piece of cardstock. And then I inked those up. And then I used all different kinds of scrapbook paper for Halloween. So there's so many ways you could do this. And so I want to thank you so much for joining me. And I hope that you're inspired to make something and show me with hashtag JJ Sketches. I would love to see what you come up with. I hope you have a great day and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.